Okay, hi guys. Good morning, and I just want to show y'all something I thought was kind of interesting.
That lived centuries ago. The people and objects on this list are dead ringers for some of your favorite celebrities. And just wait until you see who Ellen DeGeneres twins with. Stay tuned to see. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Prepare to be shocked as we expose these 10 celebs to their identical twins from the past. Keanu Reeves. It may be surprising, and you may have already noticed this, but Keanu Reeves doesn't age. Just look at the photos of him over the years. This picture is from 1984, and this photo is from 2014. That is a 30-year difference. We are on to you, Keanu Reeves, and apparently, so is the internet. Because of his ever-youthful appearance, many internet users believe Reeves is immortal. It sounds ridiculous, but hear us out. Reeves doesn't have just one twin from the past. He has several. One of his first doppelgangers comes from this late 1500s painting, The Portrait of a Man, painting by Parmigiano. Looks eerily similar to Reeves, wouldn't you say? Then there is this portrait of an English duke in the mid-1700s. The most notable past twin of Keanu Reeves is a Frenchman by the name of Paul Monet. Not only do these two look alike, but they also have the same love for acting. Monet gained acclaim in Paris for his acting chops. Sadly, he passed away suddenly in 1922 of heart disease. What do you think? Is Keanu Reeves really immortal? Start a discussion in the comment section below. Zach Galifianakis. If you're a fan of Zach Galifianakis, you might find this next celeb twin pretty hilarious. Galifianakis is known for his goofy portrayals of quirky characters. Who could forget Alan from The Hangover? In proving that real life can sometimes be stranger than fiction, there's actually a prominent fashion figure who shares the same face of Zach Galifianakis. Just take a look. No, this isn't a black and white photo of the actor. In fact, it's not him at all. This is French fashion designer Louis Vuitton. You may be familiar with the brand because pretty much every celebrity with money in the bank has some form of his products. From head to toe, LV logos to travel gear, celebs can't get enough of Louis Vuitton. Sadly, this isn't the only thing that links Galifianakis with Louis Vuitton. In the second Hangover movie, Galifianakis' character Alan shows up to the airport with droves of Louis Vuitton gear. He then tells the baggage handlers to be careful because the luggage is Louis Vuitton, though it was obvious the bags were fake. The label filed a lawsuit against the makers of the movie because of this scene. Luckily, a judge threw out the case in court. Christina Aguilera. People love Christina Aguilera, and it's easy to see and hear why. The girl has the voice of an angel and is considered a modern-day diva. Her beauty is unmatched, that is unless you look to the past. Aguilera has a pretty famous historical twin, and she is just as gorgeous as her modern-day version. Take a look at this black and white photo. Nope, that isn't Christina Aguilera acting a period piece. This is Ginger Rogers. Now look at her next to Aguilera. The similarities are uncanny. Not only do these two share their looks, but they also have a similar upbringing. Rogers grew up showing off her acting and dancing skills on a stage from an early age. Aguilera grew up singing and dancing as a Disney Mouseketeer. This proves that these two were destined to be stars from the start. From the shape of their noses, eyes, and lips to their pale blonde hair, it's hard to tell which person is which in these photos. Even looking at a full-body picture of them side by side, it's easy to see that Christina Aguilera is a dead ringer for a young Ginger Rogers. Bruce Willis. If there is one thing American moviegoers love, it's an action hero. In the 1980s and the 1990s, chances are the actor playing that action hero was Bruce Willis. People fell in love with Willis thanks to his role in the Die Hard movie series. The funny thing is, his twin from the past is somewhat of a hero himself. Take a look at this photo. It looks like a poster for Bruce Willis's latest war hero movie, right? Wrong. This is a picture of U.S. military general Douglas MacArthur. If you don't remember him from your history class, here's a quick lesson. MacArthur served in the military during World War I. By World War II, he was a general and a commander of the Allied forces in the Pacific. Sadly, by the Korean War, MacArthur was relieved of his position thanks to a disagreement with then-sitting President Harry Truman. That doesn't take away the fact that he was an American hero or the fact that he now has a modern-day twin in Bruce Willis. The fact that they look alike can't be explained by crazy conspiracy theories either. MacArthur passed away at the age of 84 in 1964, which was 9 years after Bruce Willis was born. Jennifer Lawrence. Who doesn't love Jennifer Lawrence? Her witty humor and clumsiness make us all feel like she is just like us. One thing sets her apart from us though, and that is her beauty. Apparently that beauty can translate over decades, because her past twin is beautiful as well. Here's a photo of an actress. And no, it's not Jennifer Lawrence. This is Egyptian actress Zubeida Tharwat. Now this is a picture of Jennifer Lawrence. Pretty spooky, right? The internet first caught a glimpse of the resemblance between the actresses when Tharwat's grandson posted this photo on Reddit. It didn't take long for even more pictures of Tharwat to pop up, proving the ladies were indeed twins. Tharwat rose to fame after winning a beauty contest in Egypt. Her winning photo in the newspaper caught the attention of film producers and directors. She soon became an Egyptian romance icon, and she even gained the nickname the Queen of Romance. Though they didn't have the same start into their acting careers, their stories are both pretty impressive, as well as their looks. From their innocent-looking baby faces to the shape and color of their eyes, it's easy to see why people think these two were separated at birth. Nicolas Cage. Considering the fact that he stars in several vampire movies, could Nicolas Cage be a vampire himself? It seems like a reach, even for Nicolas Cage standards. One man started the Nicolas Cage vampire rumor mill back in 2011. Jack Mord is an antique dealer in Tennessee. He made waves on the internet when he posted this photo for sale on eBay. Does it look like anyone familiar to you? Yeah, Mord thought so too. Mord claims this photo proves that Nicolas Cage is a vampire. Okay, it seems a bit crazy, and we aren't totally buying it, but we can see the resemblance. This photo is of a man from around 1870. When comparing him with this picture of Cage, it's easy to understand why Mord was convinced it was him. The eyes, the noses, and even the ears all look nearly identical. But even those similarities aren't enough to justify Mord's $1 million asking price for the photo. The only thing immortal about Nicolas Cage is a streak of questionable acting roles cemented into Hollywood history. So what do you think? Could Nicolas Cage really be a vampire? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Ellen DeGeneres. She won the hearts of millions with her famous daytime talk show. Most recently, Ellen DeGeneres has gained attention for looking like a particular historical figure. Now, we aren't suggesting DeGeneres looks like a man, but when you compare her to this photo of Henry David Thoreau, you can see why they are on this list. They look like they could have been brother and sister twins, right? For those of you who have no idea who Thoreau is, he was an American poet, historian, essayist, and philosopher. Considering how philanthropic DeGeneres is, she probably doesn't mind the comparison, even if it is just their looks. Back in the day, Thoreau was an abolitionist. His works inspired Martin Luther King Jr. during the Civil Rights Movement. Now let's look at these two side by side again. Do you see the resemblance too? Minus the cousins of Thoreau's facial hair, we'd say these two have a lot in common when it comes to their looks. From the color to the signs of aging, their eyes are nearly identical. Even their mouths and nose resemble each other. It's almost shocking that DeGeneres and Thoreau aren't distant relatives. Michael Jackson. 2009 was a tough year for Michael Jackson fans, as it was the year they lost their king of pop. Thankfully, his legacy still lives even beyond his music, but in probably the most bizarre way possible. After his death in 2009, Michael Jackson fans started flocking to a Chicago museum. The reason is that it was home to a very particular statue. We'll give you a peek. Does it look like someone you might know? This nearly 3,000-year-old statue is believed to look like the late singer. The carving was on showcase at the museum for over 21 years, but it wasn't until Jackson passed away that it started getting major attention. Things got so crazy for the museum that they actually had to tell people they couldn't touch or kiss the figure. Can you really blame these people? It looks like a time traveler went back in time and made a carving of Jackson. Even the noses are the same. It's rumored that Jackson was missing the tip of his nose and covered it with a prosthetic. Either way, it's pretty crazy that Jackson's likeness is carved into eternity, thanks to this ancient Egyptian artifact. Selena Gomez. She's the queen of Instagram, and nearly everyone is on Team Selena Gomez when it comes to her drama with Bella Hadid over Gomez's new romance with The Weeknd. All that being said, she has some pretty big shoes to fill if she wants to have even half the success of her twin from the past. Here is a photo of that twin. You may not know who this is, but she looks like a 1970s version of Gomez, don't you think? For those of you who have no idea who this is, it's Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Linda Ronstadt. You may not be familiar with her work, but the woman is a music legend. Yes, we know that Gomez is a legend in her own right, but let us tell you a few of Ronstadt's accomplishments. Ronstadt has 11 Grammy Awards, 3 American Music Awards, and an Emmy, just to name a few. Her albums have not only gone gold, but platinum and multi-platinum as well. Pretty impressive, right? The good news is, Gomez has plenty of time to catch up with Ronstadt. As far as their similarities go, not only do they both have amazing singing voices, but they are both of Mexican descent. Donald Trump. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is the President of the United States. It seems like every day there is a new headline involving him and his staff. To lighten the mood, here's a photo of Trump dressed as an Army general. Okay, we're kidding. That isn't Donald Trump at all. We had you fooled though, didn't we? This is actually a photo of General George Patton. Patton happened to be one of the most successful combat generals in U.S. history. No big deal. He's most remembered for his efforts in Europe during World War II that led to the liberation of Germany. Sadly, Patton lost his life 3 months after the ending of World War II, but he is still considered an American hero. We wish we could say the same thing for Donald Trump, but that is still yet to be determined. It is uncanny that these two can look so similar but lead two completely different lives. What is more creepy is that Trump was born only 6 months after the passing of General Patton. Could Donald Trump be the reincarnation of General Patton? Looking at these pictures, it's easy to see why some would think that, but we are going to answer that with a solid no. What do you think of these celebs and their twins from the past? Start a discussion in the comment section below. For more celebrity twins, check out...
Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but, you know, it's definitely freaky, and I don't really know what's happening, but it's something to think about. Okay, thanks.